So this is a brief walk around our wonderful Guerrilla Garden in the first thing in the morning, where I have my cup of tea and enjoy the sunshine in about an acre or maybe an acre and a half of land that we've reclaimed from the railway. It was a rubbish dump and now it's a very, very beautiful little Garden of Eden in the middle of a busy city, in one of the poorest areas of the city, in one of the poorest cities in the southwest of England. And I know during this period of COVID lockdown just how incredibly lucky I am and the neighbours are who we share this with as a community enterprise. So cheers. There's something very lovely about gardening and being outside in the springtime. Enjoy. Cheers. So, every morning during this damned lockdown, I come out of my back door for a walk around our little guerrilla garden that has been the centre of my spare time since 2004. Breaking through the back wall, making the platform into the old railway sidings, and slowly but surely developing an open space. And I walk down and look around. Look at the buds coming out. Spring coming into summer. Enjoy our old chimneys that used to be on our roof before the chimney fell down. And we made sure that it couldn't fall down again by lowering it. Checking that there's not too many weeds on the stone gravel paths that we dug out from nothing, separating the stones from the earth, from the rubbish. Look down into the first pond we made, which hasn't got any fishing anymore, sadly, but might do one day, who knows. Walk round to see how the latest banana tree is doing. Think about putting the hammock up again because it's so lovely. And walk around to the second pond that is fundamentally a flower pond as part of the Peace Garden. It being a peace garden because it's in the shape, the rocks form the shape of the CND peace sign. The trees have now grown up to such a point where you can't see them. But my original intention was simply that because Stonehouse is seen as a naughty area, bad area, a poor area of Plymouth, we would have the police helicopter hanging over here quite a lot of the time. So I thought I'd make a nice big peace sign that they'd have to see every time they flew over. I'm sure it didn't make any difference to them, that made me feel better. There's Rachel's bench. The daffodils are coming to an end now, which is a shame, but that's because all the fruit trees are blossoming, and that's not a shame at all, that's just glorious. This is a pear tree, and it's going to be absolutely divine this year. We had good fruit last year, but this year, because of the wet winter, is going to be absolutely brilliant. And of course, all the cherry trees are just starting to come into blossom as well, which is delightful. I'll come out here and have a nice cup of coffee in a while. There's another pear tree there, doing very, very well. The broad beans are coming up in one of our many vegetable patches, as well as a load of gooseberry bushes planted this year for the first time. There's lots of work to be done in the new woodland area. We've pruned the very ancient apple tree, which is going to be very, very good, I think, this year. And there's the new swing for 2020, which everybody's had a good swing on and is enjoying very much. So then, my favourite flower bed, which is a mixture of wildflowers and classical garden flowers, really. But the tulips have been superb this year, and there's a lot of colour to enjoy as we sit out here and do next to nothing. Very lovely. This is the Victoria plum tree, which has already blossomed and is now leafing well, and we can see that there's going to be a lot of fruit on that this year as well, as there will be, I think, all the way up this Blackberry Way, as we call it, because we have very good blackberry plants both sides of the avenue. The fig trees coming out, one of 2 fig trees we've got, and unfortunately so is the wild garlic, but there's worse things in life. It's bluebell season, and they're just starting to come into their own, and I'm still doing some reparation work on the dry riverbed bridge and the surrounding rocks, which are full of weeds after the winter. These are fruit trees. This is our raspberry plantation and blackcurrant, and our everlasting cabbages, which we still eat most nights. And then I've completely renovated the oldest garden, which is the rockery and the woodland plants, and the lilac trees coming forward, and is going to be absolutely delightful in due course. And we've got the development of a lot of colour. That's the sound of an ambulance from the main road, and it's just about the only sound we hear from the road these days, because we're into COVID territory, and that means that there's hardly any traffic on the roads, but the sirens keep coming. And then we go through towards the Boule Court, which we are in the process of renovating for our summer tournaments, hopefully when the lockdown is relaxed a bit and we can start to enjoy each other's company again. And then we come into the herb garden, which has so much herb it's sort of overgrown with thyme and parsley and tarragon. Olive tree again, one of 5 olive trees. And a grassy area coming up to the 3rd pond, which is looking a bit better. It had a bit of a meltdown during the winter in terms of weed, but we've cleared it out and planted a lot of new oxygenating weed in it, hopefully to make it feel a lot better. This is a lovely place to sit out. The cats love it as well, unfortunately. So you have to watch where you're treading. But we enjoy afternoon tea here at times. And then we come across over the platform where me and Steve sit 2 metres apart to talk old man's talk about the troubles of the world. And every morning I have to come out and check on my seedlings to make sure that the broccoli is doing well, the broad beans, the runner beans and the courgettes are all being transferred from seedlings into pots to be planted soon. But a whole set of varieties of flowers. We've got chicory seeds there, and then the red stalked wonderful kale and chard, which will be going into the ground very, very soon indeed. And it's all looking very healthy. Can't do better than that. And there we are. That's the morning walk around. Just checking on the onion sets to make sure the cats haven't crapped on them and dug them up as they keep doing. And they're looking fine. And another row of broad beans that will be ready for the autumn and winter months, so that we've got green vegetables all the year round. There's a tortoiseshell butterfly there, in case we can just get a brief look in before it flies away. It's looking very, very beautiful. And that is probably the place to end.